Hey guys, Mr. Riz here. So I'm going to help you guys out on the next part, which is 321 part 3. We're going to look at Boolean operators and lists. So this is a nice little 5-point quiz that we'll take together. And so if you guys want to go open it up and follow along with me, that'd be great. So here we go. All right, so we got a little code editor up here that we'll use at the top to help us through this along the way. But let's talk about Boolean operators and lists. You may use Boolean operators to check what is included or not included in a list. So based on what you've learned from other units, you could try something like this, like print. Well, this won't work here, but we could try it. Print is pizza in the food list. Plus pizza in food. Oh, forgot pizza and the quotation in food. Well, this would run because food is not defined, but if I were to make a list of food, remember we kind of did this when we made like things I like, you like. So I can make food equals, I can make a list that says like burger, taco, hot dog. And then if I run this here, we'll see it's pizza in the food list. Oh yeah, we get an error here because the Boolean is not a string and we need to concatenate that. So move on, we'll have to do str here to make this a string. There we go. And we get another, what's going on here? We get an unsupported error. So what we have to do here is do a couple things. We can make an in list variable is, and then what we can do here is then do string in list. Oh, we get another error. Man, this keeps us going through all these errors. So what we have here, pizza in food, and we want to concatenate this all together into one big string. There we go. This should work now. There we go. Is pizza in the, so we have to put this all together in one print statement and when one big block of code for print statements to work. We have our question plus we have a string of our answer, which has to be separated out here. But is pizza in the food list false? Because pizza is not. But we could then change it. We can change the list here and say pizza and get true. Now the reason why this is nice versus before, like if I ran this and I changed the in list variable be hot dog, it should be true, right? Yeah, we get true because hot dog's in here. Now before was if I just ask if dog was in the food list, if we had the string, it would say true because we could find the letters dog. But now since we're using list, we get false. What's the difference between list and a string is if we're looking inside a string, we're just checking somewhere within that word if the letters dog is in here. When we're looking at a list, we're checking every element of that list to see if it is exactly the same. So even though the letters dog is somewhere inside this list, it is not the entire element of itself. So that's a good thing to notice here. And we can check other things out as well, but we kind of went through that. So let's see if we can answer these questions here. So first question, you're making a list of extracurricular activities at your school. The final step is to put them in one list so you can search for whether to find, or you can search to find whether a particular extracurricular I can't say the word, an extra thing is offered at your school. The first two lines of code are provided. What would be the following order to do with the rest of code? So we got school sports equals soccer, football, dance. School clubs equals robotics, yearbook. So what would we want to do first? Well, let's see. We probably would want to make a big list that has everything in it, like not just the one thing, two things, but let's make a big list that combines both of those. So we can say extracurricular activities equals school clubs plus school sports. We're making our clubs and our sports all combined together into one big after school event. Then the next thing we could do is to then say, well, in list could equal hockey in extracurricular activities. We can say, okay, now, is it true that hockey is inside that list? And then the last thing we always want to do is just print out to the user, is hockey in that list, yes or no? Okay, so let's match the procedure with everything going on here. So we got A, B, C, D, and E. A, okay, so at the A, we got the print statement. Let's see, it might combine with the list of everything going on here. So what does this do? All right, A should actually be kind of associated here, I believe. Let's see, it creates, oh, I know, A creates a new line for the output. So if you've never seen that before, we can test that out here. So if I just did at the beginning, print, I'll make sure I use the proper formatting here, print :/n. You see here, you don't actually see like a /n. What that does is just add a spacing in between some. Print /n creates a new line output. Now B here says print len extracurricular activities, print all extracurriculars for. So should we type this out to understand this, or let's see. Do you guys remember what the len does? So if I were to just kind of mess with this here, if I did print len of food, what that will do is I get a 4 at the end. The len is a method that determines the length of a list or the length of a string. Since food here is a list, it figures out there are 4 elements, so the length of it is 4. So part B here is we determine the length, or we print the length of this list. All right, C is down here. What's the last thing we do here? Is hockey in the list? Print string list. So what we do here is we look to see, or we concatenate 2 string lists. No. Do we convert information to store variable? Yeah, that's what we do. All right, D here. All extracurriculars equal school club plus school sports. So that one would be concatenating 2 lists. We have 2 lists, school clubs and school sports. We're putting them together, adding them, or concatenating them to one big list. And then part E should be the last part here, where we are searching for a specific string in a list. Are we looking for hockey in that list? Yes, we are. Okay, so based on the code below, what is the activity, or what is the activity that should print out the statement in line 6? All right, let's see, line 6 would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. All extracurriculars sub 4 plus activity number. So let's see, if we are doing school clubs plus school sports, we're going to take this list here and add it on. So we're going to, this element first, then this, then that, then this, then that. So let's remember, first element is 0. So this would be 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. So we should get dance. Is in there. All right, what is the index number for soccer in the school list? So once again, we'll start here, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. So soccer would have been 2. All right, so next let's determine this. The len function will determine the length of the list. So the method .append will add an item to the end of a list. So example, if I had hello equals hello to the, and I did .append world, we'd get hello to the world. So let's see if we can figure out what this would be. So what would be the output here? We got A equals football, basketball, soccer. B equals Tim, Matt, Mark, Sam, Greg, Kyle. Line 4, print len A. Remember, len tells us how long it is, and how long is A? A is 3 units long. There are 3 things in A. Line 5, print len B. How long is B? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There are 6 names. Oh, that would be 6. There it is. I wish those put in order, but they don't. And then 7. Well, let's see. A equals append baseball. So we're going to add baseball to A. B equals append Susie. We'll add Susie to B. C equals A plus B, where we take these 2 lists and put them together. Then print len C. So let's see. A would be 3. Would add 1 more. So A would be 4. B would be 6 plus 1, that'd be 7. Add them together, that should be 11 length. All right, let's submit this. Let's see how well we did. Hopefully we did all right. 4 out of 5. Was there a multiple choice one? Which one did I mess up on? 0. Soccer. Maybe I need to double check this one. Let's double check this with the code then. School clubs plus school sports. Clubs down here, sports up there. But I got this one right. That one was dance. How's that right? If maybe I have the wrong answer. All right, well, let me see. I'm going to edit this quiz here to make sure we did everything right. Now, hopefully, when you guys are watching this for the first time, I can see this error got fixed, but it should definitely, oh, it's not 0. It is definitely 2. So I have it marked wrong on my answer key. So I will update that question, and you guys don't have to worry about that because it's already been fixed. All right, guys, have a great day. I will see you next time for part 4.